because you are going to be shocked how important the value that your stuffed animals have or had when you were a child. There was more to it than just being a stuffed animal. And let me bring this information to you. What makes you feel good when you hug a stuffed animal? Let me tell you. And right now, if you are watching us, obviously, if you're watching us on YouTube, you can see all my stuffed animals that I have. And yes, I am not 12, but I just love stuffed animals. I specifically, Hello Kitty is they're big in my collection, but I also have these llamas that are literally alpaca fur, super, super soft. I do have Baby Yoda back here, as you can see. And these have all been gifted to me except for my Hello Kitty here that's dressed up as a soldier, London soldier. And this was a souvenir that I got when I went to London. Just loving my collection. Let me get back to our point here. Why is having a stuffed animal and hugging it a good thing? By hugging a stuffed animal, you can trigger the release of oxytocin in the brain. Let me tell you what oxytocin is. Oxytocin is a hormone associated with bonding and social connection. And actually, it's referred to sometimes as the cuddle hormone or the love hormone. And it is because it creates feelings of comfort and security. And this is what they do when you do stuffed animal therapy. It is a tangible way of creating a safe space and evoking positive emotions. So our life gets so complicated and challenging, and knowing that if you can just hug your stuffed animal, things will be better for a moment. You're going to have oxytocin in the brain. You're going to feel safe and comforted. A plush toy has great benefits. And it is also sometimes referred to as a transitional object. It is a bridge between your childhood and your adulthood. And it represents innocence, nostalgia, simpler times. Stuffed animals create emotional support, decrease feelings of loneliness, and it is definitely a non-judgmental companion. So it won't talk back to you. It's not going to stress you out. It is just there for you. And with adults, they say some adults actually have stuffed animals, and that is a great thing. It's a stress reliever. It decreases loneliness. It creates a cozier and secure environment. And I'm ready to share with you data because you're like, wow, that sounds really nice, but who's trying this information out? Let me tell you. So first of all, here's one. 2017 study. They took 2,000 Americans, and half of those people studied still have their stuffed animal from childhood. And you probably have yours too. It might be sitting in an attic or in the basement in some maybe a little dusty box. But if you think about it, you probably still have yours. And that is a testimony of why a stuffed animal plays such an important role in our emotional well-being of your childhood. Here we go again. Here's another one. They say holding a teddy bear there was a study that was done. Holding a teddy bear helped individuals who had been excluded from a social setting. It helped them feel better about engaging in social behavior. So it was a therapeutic way of helping these individuals. Incredible, right? More studies. Here we go. Children who played with a stuffed animal after surgery felt less pain. They were focused on something else. And again, they were probably feeling that oxytocin love, the love hormone, and it helped them through their situation. New York Times had a personal essay sharing an adult that still has their plushies and holds their plushies. And they shared that it helped them through traumatic illnesses and helped them cope being in the hospital or after a death of a loved one. Having their plushies helped them with that. Pretty amazing information. And it really makes you think. I'm going to show you my latest plushie. A student of mine gave this to me. We did a gift exchange, and I got, if you're not watching us, if you're on Spotify or Apple Podcast, iHeart, let me describe her, and it'll be on my Instagram. I'll have pictures of some of my plushies. But this is a pink Hello Kitty. She's a pretty good size and has a bow and a dress and is adorable, and it is perfect for hugging. And actually, if you think about it, Squishmallows have been very popular and are still very popular. That is a great therapeutic stuffed animal. Highly recommend getting a little Squishmallow. But yes, this is my plushie, and it definitely helps relieve stress, and it just feels great. Before I start with our words of the day in Espanol, I want to share with you one more study that I thought was, again, just incredible. So this one was released in the journal Jerusalem Post, and it was a study done by Professor Avi Sadeh, and he's from Tel Aviv University. And he wanted to determine whether stuffed animals helped children overcome their fears. So what they did is they took 74 5-year-olds and that were living in bomb shelters. So the conditions were very stressful. And they handed them, so the ones that, there was a control group, which they didn't receive the stuffed animal. And then the other half, the 74, got Huggy Puppy. And Huggy Puppy had a sad looking face, had really extra long arms. And they told the children that Huggy Puppy needed a friend and was far away from home. So they handed these to the young children. And 2 months later, they came back to check on the study, and 71% had lost their severe stress reaction. So the children that had Huggy Puppy versus 2 times as many, it was 2 times as many as the control group. Fascinating what a stuffed animal did to these children. It helped relieve their stress in a very awful situation. So that's your food for thought. You, again, might want to go to the attic and dust off your fluffy bunny or your little cat or whatever you had as a plushie, and might want to put it by your bed. Hard day at work, go give it a hug. So here are your words for today. Obviously, the first word is the word for stuffed animal or plushie. So here we go. Un peluche. And that means a stuffed animal. Here we go. And we're working on the CH sound in Spanish. Un peluche. That means a stuffed animal. Un peluche. Excelente. Here we go. The next one, I'm going to teach you the word for stress because people have a lot of stress in their lives, but we know a peluche is going to help them. So here we go. The word for stress. Estrés. And end up with a fake smile when you say this word. Estrés. All right, try it again. And there's emphasis on the second E. Estrés. Now, I'm going to teach you 2 phrases with this word. I'm going to teach you I don't have stress. So here we go. No tengo estrés. That means, no, I don't have stress. And if you don't, please comment below, give us your tips. Maybe after you get a peluche, you're not going to have it, right? Here we go. Again, I don't have stress. No tengo estrés. No tengo estrés. Now, if you have stress, that's going to be before you hug a peluche. Sí, tengo estrés. Yes, I have stress. Sí, tengo estrés. All right, Let's go to our next one. Next one is the word for present. I feel being the holidays, you might get a peluche as a present. So here's the word for present. Un regalo. Un regalo. That means a present. Un regalo. And you could just hand someone a peluche and go, un regalo. And that's all you would need to do. You don't have to do a full sentence. The last one is, I am going to give you a hug. You're going to look at your peluche and you're going to say, I am giving you a hug. Here you go. Te doy un abrazo. That means I give you a hug, literally, right? But if you rephrase it a little bit, is I am giving you a hug. Te doy un abrazo. Te doy un abrazo. All right, let's go through our list. A stuffed animal. Un peluche. Estrés. No tengo estrés. Sí tengo estrés. Un regalo. Te doy un abrazo. Those are our words for today. And I'm going to be posting some pictures of a couple of peluches that I have, or I've gone in a store and I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to check this out and give it un abrazo. And I also have pictures of some people in my life that gave to me that show all their peluches. Pretty amazing collection. And hey, if you have a peluche picture, please send it to me on Stir the Coco on Instagram or on Facebook. I would love to post specifically adults that have a peluche, and we can spread the love of a peluche. Thank you so much for stopping by at Stir the Coco. Don't forget to click subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and send us a comment. I love to hear from you, and I really appreciate you supporting here, Stir the Coco. And I'll catch you next time. Adios, everyone.